Today, we're diving into the stories of two women who played important roles in the life of the Luxembourg monarchy. With the recent abdication of Grand Duke Henri and the accession of his son, Grand Duke Guillaume, it's the perfect time to talk about two Grand Duchesses, Maria Teresa Mestre and Stéphanie de Lannoy. These two women represent two generations, two eras, and two perspectives on how tradition and modernity can coexist within one royal house. The Grand Ducal family of Luxembourg is one of the most stable in Europe. Even though it's not as widely known as the British or Spanish monarchies, its history is rich with events. The Nassau-Weilburg dynasty has ruled the country since 1890, and during that time, 6 sovereigns have sat on the throne: Adolphe, William, Marie Adelaide, Charlotte, John, Henri, and now Guillaume. One of the unique features of the Luxembourg crown is its tradition of peaceful transfers of power, voluntary abdications in favor of the next generation. That's quite rare among monarchies and shows a deep respect for continuity and renewal. Maria Teresa Mestre made history in 1981 as the first spouse of a reigning Luxembourg monarch who didn't come from royal blood. Born in Havana in 1956, she came from a family whose roots went back to pre-revolutionary Cuba. Her maternal ancestors, the Batista and Falla families, were well known in the island's economic and cultural life. On her father's side, the Mestre family came from Catalonia and successfully developed a business in Cuba during the 19th century. After the Revolution of 1959, the family emigrated, first to the United States, then to Europe. In Geneva, Maria Teresa graduated from the Faculty of Political Science, and it was there that she met the then hereditary Grand Duke Henri. Their love story became a symbol of two worlds coming together: aristocratic tradition meeting a modern, open outlook on life. For that time, it was quite a bold union, since European royal families rarely married outside noble circles. Stéphanie de Lannoy, on the other hand, was born into a classic aristocratic family. A countess by birth, she grew up in Belgium with a strict upbringing and an excellent education. Her integration into the royal family seemed natural from a traditional point of view, but it required tact and patience, as every royal dynasty has its own rhythm and way of life. Many observers have noted that Stéphanie's personality is more reserved and traditional compared to the warm and emotional Maria Teresa. But that difference is what makes their relationship harmonious. Two different approaches to the same mission: serving their country and supporting the monarchy. In European royal courts, moderation and dignity are often valued, and Stéphanie clearly embodies those qualities. Both Grand Duchesses faced challenges, personal as well as public. For Maria Teresa, the first years at court were a time of adaptation to strict traditions and constant media attention. She brought with her a Latin warmth and openness that was seen at first as a breath of fresh air, though sometimes as a challenge to the established order. Later on, Maria Teresa became deeply involved in charity and social projects, focusing on women's rights, education, and supporting vulnerable groups. Despite a few difficult periods, she managed to maintain respect and credibility through her sincerity and dedication. As for Stéphanie, her path wasn't easy either. Shortly before her wedding, she lost her mother, a deep personal tragedy. Later, despite public expectations and scrutiny of her private life, Stéphanie remained calm and dignified. Today, she's actively involved in cultural and educational initiatives, especially those related to art and Luxembourg's heritage.
This mix of strength and gentleness makes Stéphanie relatable to many modern women. She's not showy, but she's steady and dependable. Interestingly, unlike some royal families where tensions can arise between generations, the relationship between Maria Teresa and Stéphanie turned out to be warm and supportive. When Stephanie was grieving the loss of her mother, Maria Teresa stood by her, helping with wedding preparations, offering comfort, and showing genuine care. Later, Stephanie herself said she considered her mother-in-law her second mother. You could say Maria Teresa did everything to break the cycle of misunderstanding that sometimes appears between generations and built an atmosphere of trust and respect. The recent accession of Grand Duke Guillaume and Grand Duchess Stéphanie marks the beginning of a new chapter in Luxembourg's history. The young couple now faces the task of preserving respect for tradition while also making the monarchy more approachable and relevant to the people. Stephanie now has the chance to shape her own style, calm, intellectual, and focused on culture and education. Maria, meanwhile, will seek a balance between being the respected mother of the reigning Grand Duke and continuing her public mission. The story of Maria Teresa and Stephanie is really the story of how a monarchy transforms. From a strictly traditional structure where marriages happened only within royal houses, Luxembourg has moved toward a model where personal values and character matter more than titles or ancestry. You could say both duchesses symbolize the bridge between the old and the new world. Maria Teresa, the woman who opened the door to change, and Stephanie, the representative of a new generation destined to carry those changes forward. And maybe that's the true secret of Luxembourg's monarchy's longevity, its ability to blend tradition with modernity without losing its warmth.